Lesson 34. Let's begin with our first word, absurd. A useful phrase to remember is an absurd excuse. If something is absurd, it is completely ridiculous and makes no sense. If a student tells the teacher that an alien stole their homework, that is an absurd excuse. A person wearing a winter coat in the middle of summer might also look absurd. The phrase, an absurd excuse, is used when someone gives a reason that is obviously untrue or silly. Now let's look at cherish. A helpful phrase for this word is, I cherish my childhood toys. To cherish something means to love it deeply and keep it close to your heart. A person might cherish a family photo because it reminds them of happy memories. Someone might cherish a friendship because it is important to them. The phrase, I cherish my childhood toys, is used when talking about old toys that bring back special memories. Next, we have diverse. A good phrase to remember is diverse population. If something is diverse, it includes many different kinds. A school with students from many backgrounds has a diverse population. A restaurant that serves food from many cultures has a diverse menu. The phrase diverse population is often used when talking about places where people from different countries, cultures, or backgrounds live together. Let's move on to fulfill. An example phrase is fulfill his dream. To fulfill means to complete something or make it come true. If someone wants to become a doctor, they fulfill their dream by studying hard and passing medical school. If a company promises to deliver a package, they must fulfill that promise by making sure it arrives. The phrase fulfill his dream is used when someone achieves something they have always wanted. Now let's talk about immortal. A useful phrase is immortal gods. If something is immortal, it never dies. In Greek mythology, the gods are immortal because they live forever. A famous book or song can also be considered immortal if people continue to remember it for generations. The phrase immortal gods is often used when talking about powerful beings in legends and myths who never grow old or die. Next, we have lenient. A great phrase for this word is lenient teacher. If someone is lenient, they are not very strict and are willing to forgive mistakes. A lenient teacher might allow students to turn in homework late without punishment. A lenient parent might let their child stay up past bedtime. The phrase lenient teacher is used when talking about a teacher who is not too harsh and gives students second chances. Let's move on to myth. An important phrase to remember is, I don't believe in myths. A myth is a legendary story that explains something in nature or history, often with gods or magical creatures. The story of Zeus and Mount Olympus is a myth from ancient Greece. Some people believe in myths, while others think they are just stories. The phrase, I don't believe in myths, is used when someone does not accept old stories as true. Now let's discuss perpetual. A phrase to associate with this word is perpetual motion. If something is perpetual, it lasts forever or keeps happening again and again. The sun's rising and setting is a perpetual cycle. If someone feels like their homework never ends, they might say it is a perpetual task. The phrase perpetual motion is used in science to describe something that moves forever without stopping, even though that is impossible in real life. Next, we have refrain. A useful phrase is sing together on the refrain. A refrain is the part of a song that repeats. In a song, the verse changes, but the refrain is sung again and again. Many popular songs have a catchy refrain that people remember easily. The phrase sing together on the refrain is used when a group of people sings the repeating part of a song together. Finally, let's talk about timid. A helpful phrase is shy and timid. If someone is timid, they are shy and nervous around others. A timid child might feel afraid to speak in front of the class. Someone who is timid may not like to try new things because they are too cautious. The phrase shy and timid is often used when describing people who are very quiet and afraid of social situations. That's the end of Lesson 34. Keep practicing these words and phrases to build your vocabulary and confidence.